How to set up C++ in Visual Studio Code. So first you want to open up Visual Studio Code, go to the Extensions tab and search for C++. And then you want to install C++ and then C++ extension pack and the themes if you want to. You can also install the Code Runner extension and CMake tools if you need them. And the second step is to install a C++ compiler. So in this case, I'm going to install the Mingw GWW64. Open up a new browser tab, and then you want to search for download MSys2. Click on the first link, and then click on the MSys2 64 downloader installer here, and make sure to download and install this one. Now once it's done, you want to press the finish button to run the command line, and in this command line you want to run the following command, which will install the toolchain for the Mingw GW compiler, and then paste the command right here, which says pacman space dash s space dash dash needed space base space devil space Mingw GW dash W64 dash x86 underscore 64 dash toolchain, and then press enter and wait for it. It will prompt you to select which one to install. Now you want to enter Y and press enter to install the default. Or if it doesn't accept your response as Y, you can simply press enter with it empty like that, and then press Y when prompted and wait for it to finish installing the MinGW. Now while this is installing, you want to open up your start menu and then search for environment. Click on the edit system environment variables, and then click on the advanced and then environment variables, and then you want to add the path of msys64 to your system variables. So you want to come down to the system variables tab here and then look for path, which is this one. Double click on it and then make sure to add a new entry by pressing new, and then you want to paste the path of m or mysys64, which is the one we downloaded earlier, and we're installing the M or MinGW4. You will usually find it in your C drive under msys64, and then you want to look for the Mingw W64 folder and then bin. Now you want to copy this path like this and then paste it here in the new entry you have created. Press OK and then press OK and exit out of this while you wait for the installation to finish. And once the installation is complete, you can basically close this command line. Now you can close this window and open up CMD or terminal in Visual Studio Code. Now to check if it's properly installed, you can run g++ space dash dash version and press enter, and it should display a version. If this is not working in your terminal, try to open up the Windows PowerShell or the Windows actual terminal and run the g++ version command, and it should open up. It should print the exact version you have, which means it's working. Now to create and compile C++ programs or files, first you will need to create your program file. So for example, new file, main.cpp, for example. And then you want to type your code for testing. So for example, this simple program prints hello C++ in VSCode. Now to run this, you can simply press the run button here or the drop down and choose debug or run. So for example, I'm going to press run and then C++ G++ compiler, and then press on it and wait for it to compile and run the code. And if you run it, you should see the output being printed in your terminal. If it's not working properly, if you're trying to run commands such as g++ main cppo app, try to restart your Visual Studio Code, close it and restart it. And then you can run this command to build and run manually through the terminal, which is g++ space your cpp file followed by -o space app and press enter. This should compile your program or build your program. and you should see a main.exe file right here, which you can run. And you can run independently. If you go back to your project folder, you should find it within the folder where you created your app, where you can run, but it doesn't display because it prints very quickly and exits the application. But if you add a cin.get to wait for input, you can basically try to build it again. And then if you run the application, it should wait for the input. And if you run it from the exe file here, you should see your output, and it's waiting for us to input something to exit the program. That's pretty much it for this video. Subscribe if you found this helpful, and see you in the next one.